We're coming to you live from Islamabad at Pakistan TV, breaking a huge news coming out from India, where at 6:52 p.m. a blast was reported at Red Fort, New Delhi. Initially, the report was that there's only one car involved, then the initial report changed it to two cars, and now the Indian media has been reporting that an IED was involved, and this probably is a terror attack. Now, there have been multiple contradictory remarks from the Indian media. I have Faraz joining us from Lahore with updates as well. I will have Ibrahim Babakil joining us as well. Faraz, what are you hearing? What's going on? What are the reports you have for us? Faraz, can you hear us? Okay, while we get Faraz on board, at least 8 people were initially reported dead or killed during this blast. But soon after the blast, the Delhi police spokesperson Sanjay Tyagi confirmed the casualties and said the blast occurred inside a car park near the fort complex. Me. Okay, local television channels have been reporting on it, and the usual warmongering has begun from the Indian side. The Indian channels have begun their warmongering. They are reporting that an IED bomb is used. Initial reports were that the only blast that occurred was because of a CNG cylinder. And again, as I explained in the beginning, that they were saying that there's only one car involved in this blast. But soon after that, the initial report changed to two cars, and now they have been saying that an IED bomb is being used. Uh, with Republic Media and India, Prime Minister Modi is keeping a close eye. And another thing that needs to be focused on is that 11th November would be the final day for Bihar elections. So all of this is happening during the election time in India. Prior to this, when Pahalgam happened, initially Indian channels reported that they have been observing it for a while, but soon after that, they started blaming the Pakistani, the they started blaming Pakistan into it. I have Ibrahim Babakil with me now. Ibrahim, could you tell us what's going on social media? What have been people saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I can give you a bit of input on what's happening on social media right now. So, initially, there were a lot of reports, like you said, on social media stating that it was a car blast or maybe a CNG cylinder is what caused the blast. But with time, we see the tweets actually being edited, right? There are actual tweets by these media outlets, and we see them being edited in real time. And so the narrative keeps changing. They omit the idea that it was a CNG blast or it was a car blast. And now on social media, we see a lot of warmongering. And interestingly, we see a pattern as well. So, for instance, just like the attack in May, there were these you can call them keywords or some phrases as if it's an orchestrated thing, as if they're all following a script. And the script is really simple. They keep saying any act of terror will be an act of war. And that script has been repeated dozens and dozens of times, and we see it trending right now. So it's very interesting how everything keeps unfolding, how everything keeps developing. And it's very contradictory as well. So initially, it's something else. They call it a news report, and then that keeps changing.
Ibrahim,
Like
I'm
the
going
police
to get
reports
back
are
to you,
also
and while I
changing.
have you,
So we're
I would like
witnessing something right
from
now.
Lahore. Faraz, can you hear us?
I
I
can
believe
certainly.
I believe you have. Yeah. So what's going on in Lahore? I believe you were in touch with a few journalists from India as well. What can you report on when it comes to this new development that's coming out of India?
Oh, so as soon as we heard the news of blast near the metro station in Delhi, we reached out to our fellow reporters in New Delhi. And as per the initial information, they've confirmed that there are almost 10 people dead, which are also been confirmed by the hospitals there. The reporters talked to the Delhi Police Commissioner, Mr. Satish, who also said that they're exploring multiple angles to this development. I was listening to Ibrahim. So as soon as the event occurred and as soon as there was a social media buzz, the defense minister Amit Shah actually, came to the Twitter and said that they are exploring all possible angles to it, because initially the reporter said that this could be a CNG blast where only 2 cars were impacted. However, when our reporters reached there on the ground, now they say that there are about 4 cars which are still ablaze, about 10 people dead, multiple injured. The numbers have jumped to about 20 people. And as soon as more reports come from our reporters in New Delhi, we'll keep you updated.
So Indian media says it could be a terror attack, but the officials say investigations are ongoing. Why is Indian media so eager to come to a conclusion? And this is a question that we've been asking every time something like that happens in India. I have to emphasize on the fact that the latest blast actually happened in red zone, and if you think about it, it's a security collapse. Is there any chatter about that, whether it be online or anything you've heard from our counterparts in India?
So while I was
near red zone.
Yeah, so while I was talking to my fellow reporters in New Delhi, initially they also assessed that it could be a terrorist attack because, again, the Delhi police was launched a crackdown on multiple factions. And they actually, they were able to get their hands on explosive devices. And since morning, there was a great amount of, condemnation from the opposition. How is this possible that despite this area being the red zone, or Delhi itself being a red zone area where the central government is sitting, such RDX or such amount of RDX is being recovered, and this incident happened right on the very day, right on the eve. So this basically hints at how Delhi government or the central government may shift its failures on this, on lamenting this act as a terrorist act, because again that's how they've been operating in the past 10 years.
So as we speak about Bihar elections, I just spoke about it a couple of minutes ago. They conclude tomorrow, and it is very crucial for Prime Minister Modi. Now, before the elections, they also had the Trishul exercises near Pakistan border. The defeat after so-called Operation Sindoor is leading to desperation, as it seems. And on top of it, if we talk about it, we have been getting reports of something like this happening right before the Bihar elections. There were dots to be connected. By ISPR has been saying this over and over again, that they might do some sort of a false flag operation again. Do you think that's what's really going on in here?
That's true. Indian Prime Minister Modi wants a false flag operation to cement his hold onto power, and of course he requires this election win. And of course, such incidents are always turned or covered as terrorist activity, because only then Modi, being a BJP leader, would be able to gather the support to have one front. And of course he still there's a hangover of shame and embarrassment after May 9 attack, when India basically suffered a historic defeat at the hands of Pakistan and its forces. So Modi needs something new, and I think this attack or this bomb blast might be another gimmick from the Modi government to turn this into something political, to rally all the actors within Delhi or the government to launch another anything that could help him politically, could help him regain that authority or regain that influence that he lost after May 9 attack.
Right. Ibrahim, there have been report of same sort of posts coming from multiple accounts on social media. Could you walk us through that, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Just right after the attack, we can see dozens of Twitter accounts tweeting the same script over and over again. It almost feels like it's orchestrated at this point, because we see this trend where everyone keeps repeating the same phrase. And the phrase has been repeated also during May. We see the same phrases being repeated, which goes along the lines that any act of terror will be an act of war. So we see a foreshadowing to this as well, because this has happened in May, and we see how that led to a war with Pakistan. And we're seeing the same script being repeated. Dozens of accounts across Twitter are repeating the same things. And we see that regardless, like some of them have a lot of followers. There's a lot of political commentators saying the same thing. There's a lot of people who don't have a lot of followers, who seem like we could say they don't have any followers, but the script is nonetheless one and the same. So it can hardly be something that we see is genuine or something that people really are tweeting from their own views. It literally looks like something is brewing up. I think information ministers kept saying this. The Pakistani government kept saying this, that there could be a false flag operation. And we see the parallels with the May 9 attacks as well. The parallels are just uncanny at this point. It literally is a very mirroring image of what happened in the past. And so that's something that we're seeing. And we're obviously looking at it right now. We're looking into it, and we're seeing if there's any more trends we can see with the May 9 attacks as well.
Thank you. Faraz, the Delhi police apparently have the car owner arrested, and they're claiming that he's a Muslim guy. So does this look like same tactic? It's the same old chapter from the same book, or is this something new?
So it's also a bit shocking that the defense minister Amit Shah was quick to tweet that they're exploring all the angles, when initially the media report suggested and the reporters on the ground suggested that it could be a CNG attack. And for any government to shove it down as a CNG attack would have been a better option. But it is the Modi government which wants this event to be turned into a mega event where they want to explore the Muslim factor, they want to explore the terrorist factor, and then the senior ministers, the central government ministers, Modi himself just tweeted. So I think their premature tweets suggest that they want to turn the same book and play by the same rules that they've been doing. And following this, the way they've expedited their tweets, and the way the Delhi police commissioner was quick to say to the reporters that they're going to explore all other angles. We can see that another false flag operation that the ISPR has hinted previously. So we need to stay very focused on how the central government in India, the Delhi government in India, is going to react, and their statements are going to be very crucial. That we can trace it as to what could be their next action and how are they going to play along these lines.
Yeah, but analytically, how do you see the situation developing? Because could it send this whole region into turmoil once again?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Modi government tried that during May 9, but Pakistan's befitting response put the so-called regional hegemon on a back foot because of that historic embarrassment, and how Modi had to shy away from all the global events after May 9 embarrassment. I think Modi would want to do something, and may go into another misadventure. Modi doesn't care about its own people. Modi doesn't care about how the economy is going to work. Modi only cares about how his Hindutva ideology is manifested, how his Hindutva ideology is out there at the cost of his own people at the cost of his own defense forces. Modi will do anything because he's a madman who's going to who's trying to regain that glory or the lost face at the hands of Pakistan when Pakistan strike back on May 9, and there was a 6-0 score where Rafales was shot down by the Pakistani forces. So Modi wants to regain that face. Let's see how it happens.
Right. Let me give you guys a recap of what happened at around 7 p.m. today. There was a blast heard in New Delhi's Red Fort. Initially, police came out with a statement that there was a cylinder involved in this blast, but soon after that, they were reporting on 2 cars being involved in this explosion. And after that, straight after that, the police came out with a new statement saying that an IED was used in this bomb blast. This happened in red zone by red zone. It feels like a security lapse once again in India. When it comes to social media, there have been same tweets coming on from different social media accounts so far. The car owner apparently has been arrested by Delhi police as well, and they are saying that he's a Muslim guy, but we don't know what the age of this individual is as of this moment. And again, it seems like the same warmongering on Indian news channels once again. Faraz, how would you describe the feeling in Pakistan and Lahore right now? Do you see anything that is of an unusual, let's say, security-wise?
It's absolutely normal. Pakistan forces are, of course, always ready to deter any kind of attack if there is from the Indian side. But even during May 9, the situation was very calm. And even today, it's very calm. There is no security movements at all. I'm actually right closer to the border. We haven't seen any kind of mobility from the security forces because, again, there would be an expectation that Modi would do something horrible. And, because the kind of warmonger Modi is, saber rattling is very common in Indian media as well. I've spoken to a few of my Indian counterparts. They want same amount of dead bodies coming out from Pakistan, and I can actually share screenshots of reporters that I interacted with. So one of my fellows said, there are 12 dead confirmed from India, but she said, I would not name the reporter. She said, I would be asking about the dead bodies from you in few days, which was horrifying because, again, that's how they are reacting. They want certain kind of events being taken place in Pakistan as well. So that's their first response whenever there's an attack or their own security failure or security lapse in their own country. So they sort of brainwashed. Modi's BJP Hindutva ideology has brainwashed the mainstream media, the mainstream population of India, because after any attack, any security lapse, they just want the Modi government to attack Pakistan come what may. But Pakistani forces are always ready to deter any such kind of attack from India.
We are hearing that Amit Shah to be sharing conclusion on all of this very, very soon. But this is not a surprise that as soon as this incident happened, they started blaming Pakistan, whether it be the channels or the social media accounts coming in from India. But officially, they have not said anything that there was any involvement from the Pakistani side. Modi has been advised to visit the blast site as well. So Prime Minister of India will be visiting the site soon after. For now, this is it from us. We will keep you posted with all the developments coming in from India. Thank you.